The society in which we now live really suffers from mental illness. Science calls these mental illnesses mental disorders. For example, depression or insanity, which have different levels. In the human body, depression manifests itself as a lack of dopamine in the human brain. That is, it lacks a certain hormone that would create joy and the correct emotional state. Now society has become so aggressive, so constrained, and so frightened that being in this state for a long period of time, the psyche and nervous system of people cannot stand it, and their souls suffer, which leads to a distortion in the perception of life. Therefore, my friends, now we really live in a world where people are going crazy en masse. No matter how sad it may sound, but this is really so. What does this mean? Aggressiveness. You see that many people have become very aggressive. They start with a half turn, just like matches, instantly burn, and absolutely cannot control themselves. I'm sure all this work with humanity is being done intentionally, because people need to be developed, but it is very difficult for people to develop themselves. One is not a warrior in the field. Humanity needs to be developed. And what we see now, we see that people are in a very tense, depressed state. The problems of human life create a lot of difficulties, and many people do not find a solution. And we see with you that this aggressiveness manifests itself in everything, everywhere. At work, in the store, in the hospital, wherever you are, you see deception, lies, betrayal, fear, hatred, aggression. This is nothing more than the madness of people, the madness of this world. Where does it lead to? What this has already led to is that people are dying out en masse, leaving this world. And of course, only kind, creative people will remain on earth, people who were able to save their souls. How can you save your soul? Where to start right now? Even if you are aggressive, and even if you can no longer control yourself, simply turn to the Creator in your own words and ask to give you the path, to give you knowledge, the opportunity to save your soul and restore your psyche and your energy state. After all, the psyche and your energy are closely interconnected with each other. They are basically the same thing, friends. Of course, in such a crazy society, talking about some kind of creation, prosperity, happiness, well, this is probably even funny. First, we need to develop society, educate it correctly, and give people knowledge and techniques, and provide an experience that would help humanity choose the right path of evolution. Now all this is missing. All philosophy and the highest ethics have died. This does not exist. This, on the contrary, is now despised and ridiculed by the masses of people. Everything that is purest and kindest is ridiculed and despised, and everything that is lowest and fallen, on the contrary, is exalted by the people themselves. Does this mean anything to you? Isn't this crazy? This is mass insanity. And of course, you and I are seeing this everywhere. It is visible in all countries all over the earth, all over the planet. Yes, my friends, various spiritual teachers and prophets spoke a lot about this world. For example, the famous Nicholas Roerich spoke about this in his numerous books. Yes, it was inevitable. Society has been moving towards this for a long time, and now we simply see the result. But I want to tell you, friends, that no matter how difficult the planetary situation may be, this is not the end of humanity. This is not the annihilation of human life. Humanity will live on. The only thing is that only creative, developing people will live, people who study themselves and their psyche, people who manage themselves, who control themselves, who learn to manage their lives. It's easier to live with these people, and they will be the future of this planet.